Good morning, students. Today we are going to see our topic which is covered in Unit 4, that is web-based criminal activity. Implications of web-based criminal activity includes financial losses, personal security, international security, and public safety. Cybercrime in finance is the act of obtaining the financial gain through profit-driven criminal activity, including the fraud identity, the ransomware attacks, email, and the internet fraud, and the attempts to steal the financial account, credit card, and other payment card transfer information. In other words, that is the financial crime includes activities such as stealing the payment card information, gaining access to financial accounts in order to initiate the unauthorized transaction, extortion, identity fraud in order to apply for financial products, and so on. So financial services industry is a very lucrative target, and it is therefore heavily impacted by the rise of cyber criminal activities. However, the cyber financial crime also affects all sorts of companies and suspecting individual like us. So everyone may fall victim to credit card skimming, having their virtual wallets targeted or a malware designed to steal the user's password. So user's password must be very strong, and it should be updated frequently to maintain the security. For example, there is the user should not use their name or their father name or mother name, brothers, sisters, or pet name. So whatever thing may be, they should not use their name. They need to use the password in a unique manner. So which should contain there is capital letters, small letters, numbers, as well as the special characters. Where with this combination only we can give some strong password to whatever the accounts that we use. So while giving the personal security, it may be losing more and more number of informations from us. The global cybercrime damage cost this year are expected to breach $6 trillion. That is almost 1/4 of the United States GDP or twice the GDP of India. This is expected to scale up to 10.5 trillion per annum by 2025. So the cyber attackers are disrupting the critical supply chains at least 4 times more than in the year 2019. So yet approximately 4 or every 5 organizations don't consider themselves having the proper responses to cyber security attacks, which creates a need for a security risk management team for them. So regarding the web-based criminal activity, what are the things that the user should know while they surf the internet? So first thing is they want to protect themselves, that is protect yourself. So second thing is understand the common crimes and risks online. The protect yourself includes that they are taking the right security measure at right time. So malicious cyber activity threatens the public safety and our national economic security. The FBI's cyber security is to impose risk and consequences on cyber adversaries. So our main goal is to change the behavior of the criminals and nation states who believe that they can compromise the United States networks or whichever the country's networks. So they steal financial and intellectual property and put the critical infrastructure at risk without facing risk themselves. To do this, each and every user must have some unique mix of authorities, capabilities, and partnerships to impose consequences against our security adversaries. Taking the right security measures and being alert and aware when connected are the keys to prevent cyber intrusions and online crimes. The second thing is understand the common crimes and risks online. So this which includes a business email compromise, identity theft, ransomware, spoofing and phishing, and last thing is online predators. So the business email compromise, the scam exploits the fact that there is so many of us rely on email to conduct the business, both personal and professional, and it is one of the most financially damaging online crimes. So second thing is identity theft. So it happens when someone steals the user's personal information like there's a security number, so and they are using it to commit theft or fraud. The third thing is ransomware. It is a type of malicious software or malicious viruses which access the user's computer files, systems or networks and demand the user to pay a ransom for their return. And the fourth thing is spoofing and phishing are the schemes aimed at tricking the user into providing sensitive information to scammers. And the last thing is around the online predators are growing threat to young people. So that is they may be making the users to addict for the games or some other kind of things. The major differences between the viruses and worms is plotted in this image. So computer virus is a type of computer program that when executed replicates itself and inserts into its own code, ultimately affecting the functioning of the computer. What is the virus does do? So it is also it's a computer program, and it is a type of malware that spreads itself from one computer to another computer by replicating itself without any human interactions. Different types of malware include virus, worms, Trojan virus, spyware, adware, ransomware, and fileless malware. So in the before slide we seen difference between the virus and worms. But in this slide we will discuss somewhat about the different types of malwares. So viruses are the subgroup of malware. A virus is a malicious software attached to document or file that supports macros to execute its code and spread from host to host. Once downloaded, virus will lay dormant until the file is open or in use. So viruses designed to disrupt the system's individuality to operate. As a result, the viruses can cause significant operational issues and the loss of data also. The next thing is around the worms. The worms are the malicious software that rapidly replicates and spread to any device within the network. Unlike viruses, the worms do not need the host or programs to disseminate. The worm infects a device via the downloaded file or the network connection before it multiplies and disperses at an exponential rate. Like viruses, the worms can severely disrupt the operations of a device and cause data loss. So third thing is the Trojan virus. So Trojan virus is a disguised as a helpful software program, but when the user downloads it, the Trojan virus can gain access to sensitive data and then modify, block or delete the data. This can extremely harmful to the performance of the device. Unlike the normal viruses and worms, the Trojan viruses are not designed to self-replicate. And the fourth thing is spyware. So that is the spyware is also a malicious software that runs secretly on a computer and reports back to the remote user. So rather than simply disrupting the user's operation, the spyware targets the sensitive information and grant remote access to predators. The spyware is often used to steal financial or personal information. So the specific type of spyware is a keylogger, which records the user keystrokes to reveal passwords and personal information. Fifth thing is the adware. Adware is a malicious software used to collect data from user's computer and provide the appropriate advertisement to you. So while the adware is not always dangerous, in some cases adware can cause issues in the user system. So adware can redirect the browser to unsafe sites, and it can even contain the Trojan horses and spyware. Additionally, the significant levels of adware can also down the system performance. The next thing is the ransomware. So ransomware is also a malicious software which gains access to a sensitive information inside the user's computer. It encrypts the information so that the user cannot access it, and then it demands a financial payout for the data to be released. So ransomware is commonly a part of the phishing scam. By clicking a disguised link, the user downloads a ransom. The attacker proceeds to encrypt the specific information that can only be opened by a mathematical key which they have set. So when the attacker receives the payment, the data is unlocked. The last thing is the fileless malware. Fileless malware is a type of memory resident malware. As the term suggests, it is a malware that operates from a victim's computer memory, not from files on the hard drive. Because there are no files to scan, it is harder to detect than the traditional malware. It also makes the forensics more difficult because the malware disappears from the victim's computer is rebooted. in the late 2018 or 17, I think. So that is the Cisco Talos threat. The intelligence team post an example of the fileless malware that they are called as DNS messenger. Thank you.